There are fish out there that are really stunning but aren't as popular as they should be. Here are the top 5 most underrated fish. Number 5 is the glass catfish. These stunning catfish are real conversation starters. With their transparent body and their long whiskers, they are truly an oddball. They're known for not being that active of a fish, but I think that makes them even more fascinating. Keep them in a school of at least 6 and you'll see what I mean. It's captivating to look at them just being in one spot, swimming towards the slow current. They're tropical fish that originates from Asia and likes to swim in slow-moving waters. They're medium-sized fish that requires a tank that is at least 20 gallons and longer than it is taller. They're tropical fish, as I said, so they like it a little warmer, around 72 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 22 to 28 degrees Celsius. A pH between 6 and 7.5 is to prefer. They also like a lot of vegetation and also a little bit of dimmed light. They're omnivores, meaning they eat both plant and animal matter, such as flakes, pellets and frozen foods. Glass catfish can be sensitive to high nitrate levels, so be careful and don't let it get too high. Perform regular water changes so the nitrates don't get too high. Keep them stable. Other than that, they're pretty hardy, I promise. They're not as fragile as glass. And number 4 is the Whiptail Catfish, Farlowella aucus, or aucus, or commonly known as the Whiptail Catfish or the Twig Catfish. These oddballs are also real conversation starters. As soon as someone sees this fish, they'll be all like, "What is that?" And then you'll tell them all about the Whiptail Catfish. Now, I have never owned a Whiptail Catfish, but I would love to try them out sometime. These guys are peaceful fish that can be kept with other peaceful tank mates. Provide them with hiding spots such as driftwood to mimic their camouflage. You should feed them mostly plant matter such as algae wafers, vegetables like zucchini and cucumbers, just to give them that varied diet. Occasionally you can give them, for example, like frozen foods like brine shrimp or daphnia, just to give that extra boost of nutrition. They are peaceful fish and they prefer peaceful and calm tank mates. The tank mates shouldn't be nippy, as the Whiptail Catfish has long fins that may look like food to some fish. For example, you shouldn't add tiger barbs to the tank, since they are known to be fin nippers. Keep them in a warmer temperature, around 72 to 79 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 22 to 26 degrees Celsius, and a pH between 6 to 7.5 in a tank that is at least 20 to 30 gallons, minimum. Number 3. Congo Tetra. Congo Tetras are, I would say, medium-sized fish that love to swim in schools of at least 6 to 8. When Congo Tetras are young, they aren't really as impressive as they are when they are adults. Females look pretty generic and have kind of plain colors, while the male has these amazing colors and these flowy fins with a white edge on their back fin, making it look really stunning. Their scales also shine, reflecting the light, making them look even more stunning. Since they are medium-sized tetras, they require a bigger tank, I would say at least 30 gallons. They're active and love to swim around. Congo tetras are hardy fish, so they'll tolerate a wide range of parameters. The most important thing is to keep those parameters stable. A pH between 6 to 7.5 is a good range, and the temperature should be around 74 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 24 to 28 degrees Celsius. They originate from the Congo River Basin in Central Africa, where they swim in slow-moving rivers and streams. They feed from the top and from the middle of the tank and do well on frozen foods such as bloodworms, daphnia, brine shrimp, but also flakes and pellets. In my experience, they don't really swim to the bottom of the tank to feed, but they stay at the middle or the top to eat. It's so much fun to feed these because they are so hyper when it comes to food. Just like me when it comes to chocolate. Number 2. Celestial Pearl Danios. Celestial Pearl Danios, or Galaxyrosporas, are tiny spotted fish with spots that look like stars, hence the name. They're perfect for nanotanks and popular amongst aquascapers because of their colors. A lot of people find this little fish a little complicated to keep, as they can be a little sensitive to fluctuating water parameters and their need to feed in the middle of the tank. But once you know how to properly care for them, they're pretty easy. Keep them in a school in a tank that is at least 10 gallons. The temperature should be around 72 to 76 degrees Fahrenheit, or that's about 22 to 24 degrees Celsius. It's common to see CPDs that are rather skinny. This is because of how they feed, and many don't know how they eat. They feed from the middle of the tank and should be fed with a variety of foods such as crushed flakes, and also baby brine shrimp and frozen foods. In my experience, they also eat pretty slowly, so slowly sinking foods are to prefer. You want a round and full belly. That's when they're the happiest. If you plan to keep these guys with other fish, choose fish that are considered peaceful and not too large, so they don't become a snack for some fish. Some good options are Corydoras, small tetras, shrimp, and Chiliosporas. They like to hide, and having other fish with them can encourage them to come out more. Speaking of hiding, you should provide them with a ton of hiding spots, and also dense vegetation if you have the opportunity. It could also work with, for example, like driftwood, just so they can hide somewhere, you know? If you don't provide them with hiding spots, they may become stressed, and you know what stress leads to? It can lead to them getting sick. So do them a favor and provide them with the shelter they need. They're one of my favorite fish, and sometimes I feel like I can't get my eyes off them. One of the best nanofish for the intermediate fish keeper, in my opinion. I just love them, they're just so beautiful. And the number one most underrated fish is the cherry barb. One of the most beautiful barbs in my opinion. The males have this cherry red color over their entire body, especially when they breed. The females are not as colorful, but just as stunning with their big in color and stripes. When you think about an algae eater, the first thing that comes to mind is probably plecos or Otocinclus, or as people like to call them, suckerfish. But the cherry barb is also an amazing algae eater, nipping away at hair algae. They are omnivores though, so they won't just eat algae, but also, for example, flakes and frozen foods. When I worked at a pet store, I gave them a combination of these, so frozen foods, flakes, and also occasionally an algae wafer too, and they absolutely loved it. A planted tank with hiding spots are preferred, so they can hide if they feel unsafe. But at the same time have an open space so they can freely swim around. Keep them in a tank that is at least 20 gallons and keep the temperature between 73 to 81 degrees Fahrenheit, or that's about, let's see, 23 to 27 degrees Celsius. Just looking at my notes. And a pH of 6 to 7.5. I just realized all of these fish need a pH of 6 to 7.5. Huh. Keep in mind that these fish will breed more the warmer they are, but at the same time, the more they breed, the more you decrease their lifespan. So I like to keep them in the lower range. So those were the top 5 most underrated fish in the aquarium hobby. If you like this video, then please give it a like, and if you would like to see more like this, then consider hitting that subscribe button. If you would like to support me even further, I do have a Patreon page, which I will post in the description. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!